the musician and the old violin. Make sure you save this video so that you can always come back to it when you need inspiration, or to share it with someone who might need a gentle reminder of hope. A once famous violinist, now elderly, returned to the stage for one final performance. Time had passed, and though his fame had faded, the memories of his incredible skill lingered among the crowd. People had flocked to see the master one last time, eager to witness the magic they had heard about or once experienced. As the violinist lifted his instrument, there was a hush in the room. But when he began to play, the violin's sound was sharp, jarring, and unpleasant. The audience murmured in disappointment, their excitement quickly turning into doubt. The violinist noticed their reaction, but instead of being discouraged, he stopped and smiled knowingly at the crowd. Holding up the violin for all to see, he said, "This violin has been neglected for years. The strings are worn, the wood cracked. It is by no means in perfect condition, but watch." The audience grew silent as the violinist gently cradled the instrument in his hands. With deliberate care, he began to tighten the strings, bringing each one back into tune. The creaking sounds of adjustment hinted at action that seemed almost meditative. He then took a small block of resin, rubbing it evenly against the bow, ensuring its ability to grasp and release the strings properly, something it had not done in years. Finally, he polished the cracked wood with soft, deliberate strokes until the violin began to regain a faint gleam of its former beauty. There was something mesmerizing in the way he tended to that old violin. It wasn't just a repair, it looked more like an act of belief, an act of love. With each adjustment, the audience leaned forward a little more. The anticipation grew. Finally, the violinist raised the instrument once more, this time ready to try again. They watched intently as he placed the bow on the strings and began to play. What followed was nothing short of magical. The violin, which just moments ago had produced harsh and unpleasant noises, now released a melody so soft and hauntingly beautiful that it captivated everyone in the room. The melody swept through the audience, leaving no heart untouched. Some had tears streaming silently down their faces, while others sat frozen, entranced by the sheer beauty of the music. The once disappointed murmurs turned to awe and wonder. The audience was entranced, fully indulging in the moment they had dreamed of when they first decided to attend the performance. The violinist's hands seemed to dance over the strings, coaxing life from an instrument that many would have believed lost forever. When the piece ended, the applause erupted like a thunderstorm. The crowd gave him a standing ovation, their cheers and claps an expression of gratitude for the gift of music he had delivered. Afterward, a curious member of the audience approached the violinist. His initial question reflected the amazement felt by everyone in the room. "How did you do that with an old, broken instrument? I thought it was beyond repair." The violinist's response was as sincere as it was profound. "The violin wasn't broken," he said gently, his voice carrying the wisdom of a lifetime. "It just needed someone to believe in its music again. It needed a little care, some adjustments, and a chance to play once more." His words struck a chord, perhaps even more deeply than the music had. The violin, in all its worn and forgotten state, was no different than any one of us. It was a symbol of how time, trials, and neglect might wear us down, convincing us and others that we are beyond redemption. But in truth, all we need is care, belief, and a chance to shine again. This story is more than just about a violinist or his instrument. It's a reminder for anyone who has ever felt lost, broken, or overlooked. No matter how worn, neglected, or forgotten you may sometimes feel, you are never beyond repair. Life might have cracked your surface, frayed your strings, or worn you down, but that doesn't diminish your potential to create something beautiful. You always have a chance to begin again. Take this story and carry it with you, sharing its message with someone who might be struggling to believe in themselves. Remember, just as the violin needed someone to believe in its music, we all sometimes need a helping hand or a kind word to reignite our potential. If this resonated with you, share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to save this video for those moments when you need encouragement. Share it too with someone who might need a little reminder of their own worth. Believe in yourself and others. You never know what beauty might emerge.